Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Research Fantasy Presents our MLB DFS pitcher picks for Saturday, June 17th, 2017. Wow, putting light on me really makes me look like I just rolled out of bed, which on the weekends is always the fact. I will be back later today with our NASCAR video. Is going to start that up again. This slate's interesting. We have been dealing with 6 to 8 game Saturday night slates, which have just been perfect. Today, though, we're dealing with a 4-game late slate, which leaves a lot to be desired. Admittedly, and in full disclosure, I am not going to play any of these today. I just have way too much to do. The only reason I'm mentioning that is I don't want anybody to think that I have any ulterior motives in mentioning picks that I'm not going to use. Being upfront and letting you know just not playing. But I am going to include games from 4 p.m. on. For obvious reasons, the early slate has more plays, better plays, because you've got a vast variety of games to choose from. 2 guys that I'm looking at within those games for my pitcher positions: Zack Godley, 7,800 on FanDuel, taking on a Philadelphia Phillies team on the road. We know all about the Phillies' woes against right-handed pitching this year. High strikeout rate, not making a ton of hard contact, or a ton of contact at all. Godley's actually had 6 straight quality starts. Really, the only poor start he's had has been his opening day off, or the first game he pitched, rather, not opening day. He does have a 19-point game there. Apparently, this guy just really struggles with the Padres. But even at that, he went 7 innings, only gave up 3 runs. It was just the fact that he only had 1 strikeout. You're looking at probably 5 to 6 strikeouts in this matchup. The Phillies bump it to the point where maybe he hits 7. But I like him at this price. The next guy I'd go to, Chase Anderson, at home against the San Diego Padres. We saw the Padres do the vast majority of their damage in the first inning against Junior Guerra yesterday. Outside of that, they were pretty calm, and I think that Chase Anderson's better than Junior Guerra. I think he's got a better opportunity to shut down another team that has a higher strikeout rate against right-handed pitching, with Steven Strasburg and Chris Archer having more difficult matchups than I would like, and Steven Strasburg, in my opinion, just being completely and totally untrustworthy. 10 strikeouts to 6 earned runs. It's not going to happen all the time, but this Mets team has lefty power and now has righty power back, so I think I'm fine with playing the matchup, rolling with Chase Anderson. I understand the ballpark isn't great, but we've seen Anderson and Jimmy Nelson lock down better teams than the Padres in this park. If you're going to be playing the late slate, if I had to pick one guy, and believe me, it's ugly, because Jake Arrieta has been not Cy Young Jake Arrieta this year. Rick Porcello has not been Cy Young Rick Porcello. I actually don't mind Alex Meyer. He's 8,300 on FanDuel, taking on the Kansas City Royals. He's been a hit-or-miss guy for the most part, but when his stuff is on, he's going to surprise you. 8,300's probably a little much to pay, but when you start to look up and down at the other pitchers on the slate, you kind of understand why he is where he is. I think his upside is in the early 40 points on FanDuel, probably really early or late teens on DraftKings, but that could end up being the best of the night. 4 games doesn't leave you a lot to pick from, so I'm going to kind of attach my cart to Alex Meyer tonight and hope he doesn't screw me over. Once again, 3 pitchers I'd be looking at: Zack Godley, Chase Anderson, Alex Meyer. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Head over to researchfantasy.com. Check out what we've got going on there. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Research and Win, and join us again tomorrow.